Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alfred, for those of you just joining us, and this is Capital City Aquatics. And today we're going to look at the idea of buying your child an aquarium. So you've finally decided that that is something that you want to do. But is it really? You sure? Okay. Well, if you're going down that rabbit hole, I'll be happy to guide you in the steps and things that you can consider when purchasing your first aquarium for your child. One of the most important things to consider is what size of an aquarium would be best to start with. There's no doubt your child is probably looking for an aquarium like this. While you have something more in the lines of this. But where do we go from there? There are a lot of issues to decide, and there's a lot of things that you probably haven't even considered. But we will go down this road together, and at the end, everything will work out and your child will have a happy and healthy aquarium. So first things first, where do we start? Well, one of the most important things is the size of your aquarium. Typically speaking, a good starter size for an aquarium is something in the range of 10 to 20 gallons. This will give you enough space in the aquarium to have a number of different fish, and it will leave the door open to a number of different species of fish. That being said, where should you be placing the aquarium in your house? Is it going to be in your child's bedroom? Is it going to be next to bay windows in your house? Is it going to be in your basement? All things need to be considered. One thing that affects the health of your aquarium is light, whether it's from the sun or artificial. Putting an aquarium in front of a big window that receives lots of light will unfortunately cause algae. This is not necessarily the look that you'll be going for. A tank covered in algae is not visually appealing. So perhaps putting the tank in front of your window is not the best idea. Something away from the window and close to a power source is obviously a better option, since everything that runs your aquarium runs on electricity. So your filters, your lights, your heaters, all of that requires electricity. So putting it close to a power source is something you want to consider quite strongly. You don't want to be running extension cords all over the house, causing trip and fall hazards. Water supply. If you're going to be having a tank and doing water changes on it, you want it to be close to a water supply. Whether that be to fill up buckets and drag them over to your tank, or if you're going to be going to a step more complicated and using a Python system, you want to be able to connect that to your faucet and get it to the tank. So water changes are a necessary part of keeping a healthy aquarium, but not necessarily the most fun-filled and exciting aspect to do. Where you will be purchasing this aquarium. Will you be buying a starter kit from a big box store that comes complete and it's basically just plug and play? Or will you be purchasing it from a relative or purchasing it online or from a smaller mom and pop fish store? Since you are just starting, the starter kits might be the way to go, since basically you'll have everything that you need and it'll all fit together quite nicely, as opposed to buying separate pieces at different locations or buying it online and then trying to fit it all together. You want to make sure that the process is as seamless as possible. So the starter kits that are offered might be the route you want to look at. Next thing to consider is the type of aquarium you're going to be having. Are you going to be going with a live planted aquarium, or are you going to be going with one that has plastic plants and little chests that have bubbles coming up through them? Both of those have their positive effects, and one of the most important things with the live planted aquarium is it creates a healthier ecosystem for your fish. The plants absorb nitrate and help continue the process for the nitrogen cycle, which, in case you haven't seen my other video, I'll include a link down below, and you can check out the importance of the nitrogen cycle for a healthy aquarium. Another thing that I'm sure all of your children will want is the huge 20-foot long sharks in their aquarium. However, not ideal. There are a number of different fish that you can get that would fit into your 10 and 20 gallon aquariums. I would consult with your local fish store owners to see what fish goes well together and what fish you should avoid putting together so that they don't end up as tasty snacks. Because in the fish world, if it fits in their mouth, chances are it'll get eaten. So I'd like you to go on this journey with me. We can go together, have fun doing it, and learn about the best way to set up an aquarium for your child so that it is a positive experience for you and a positive experience for them, and most importantly, a healthy, vibrant aquarium where your fish are happy and are thriving.